Well, I'm here to talk about this plant behind me and above me. This is a really large spice bush plant. Typically I don't see them this tall, but this right here, big old spice bush. It's raining. It's a little bit later in the season than I was intending to film this video, but we're here nonetheless. There's a handful of berries left, although most of the berries have now been eaten by birds or fallen off of the plant itself. Now, I was out here, I collected a good amount of berries. I've got some spice bush seed available for sale through my nursery. I've got seed sown to become new seedlings of spice bush next year in the nursery. And I've got some seed that's drying, which I'll grind up into a spice. That's, hence the name. That's why it's called spice bush, is because the berries, the seeds, can be used as a spice. Sort of similar to allspice. Now, there's lots of other uses for the plant. As a European, I really don't know all of them. I don't have that knowledge. Indigenous peoples from this part of the world certainly had all sorts of sophisticated ways to use this plant. That's kind of the case for all native plants. We Europeans are just scratching the surface of what to do with these plant friends. But the leaves and the twigs of spice bush can be turned into a tea. Beautiful scenery where I'm out here today. I was hoping to gather some more berries, but it is late in the season. There's none more. I think I have a few video clips which I'll try to intersperse in. When it's spice bush berry season and the berries are thick, there's just little red dots all over the place. They look like Christmas trees. There's actually a few up in here. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus. Do you see these little red berries here? Right, so there's a few of them up in there. I'm going to leave those for the birds. There's not a whole lot left, so I don't need to be greedy. I've got enough. But they grow in really cool scenery. They are a shade-loving plant. They will grow on the forest edge with part sun, but really I see them a lot, mostly growing in the shade, the understory. I'm going to plant a new spice bush right over... Well, I hit the tree and it bounced off. Oh well, now there's going to be one there, potentially. Check out this box elder. All covered in moss, half dead, still alive though. Look at that. Look at all those leaves. They like rich soils. They tend to grow in the kind of more wet bottomland, wetland areas. You can see here, we're pretty close to the river. There's this bridge through the wetland, and the river is just right through there, about, 50, 60 feet. You can't quite see it. Yeah, just through there though. One of the really cool things about spice bush is that deer really do not enjoy browsing it. And this can be good and bad. The good thing is, if we want to plant spice bush in heavily deer infested areas, it's pretty easy. The flip side is, when the deer come through and browse everything else to death, we get lots of spice bush regenerating, which is good and bad. We don't want a monoculture. It's good. It's a native plant. It has a lot of roles. It's very useful. But things are out of balance because the deer are out of balance. The spice bush are, in some areas, more overpopulated than they probably ought to be. This is spice bush here behind me. Has that nice, pretty golden yellow fall color. It's coming on to now. The rain's coming down. This is going to be a quick one. I've got a lot, well, not a lot, but I've been trying to wrap up a few videos today. I've been trying to do a lot of filming before the rain gets too heavy from Hurricane Helene, Tropical Storm Helene, by the time it gets here to Virginia. I'm anticipating that with all the rain tomorrow from that storm, I'll be inside most of the day. It'd be a good time to do video editing and posting, as well as a lot of seed work, seed cleaning, seed sorting and packing and inventorying and all this sort of stuff. So, I had a few videos in the works. This spice bush video was one of them. Just trying to get it wrapped up, get the last of the footage I need. So just a quick one to introduce you guys to the concept. Trying to zoom in on this cherry tree here. I can't get it to work. Nice, big old black cherry. But yeah, just a quick introduction to spice bush, picking the berries, and a little bit of how I grow them. I can't recall. I think I did record some video while I was processing the seed. It's pretty simple wet seed saving technology, kind of similar to tomatoes. You ferment them a little bit, mash up the pulp, you get the seeds out. They do need stratification, and perhaps I can go into a little bit more detail about that. But otherwise, it's a little bit about spice bush, guys. Beautiful day. I really love this weather. It's in the 70s, so, and it's only raining lightly, so it's hot enough that the rain, you know, I'm not cold. I like it a lot. It's cloudy. I don't need my sunglasses. Some folks would call it dull and dreary, but this is really my kind of weather. A lot of you have probably heard me say that before. I love it when it's like this. So I am soaking it in, really just enjoying it. But time to get on the road and on to the next task. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys in the next one.